When I reflect on my career and look back over the decades, the one thing I know about myself is that I'm a classicist. I like things that work. And when I first came to London and I worked in La Gavroche, once a month, I treat myself to lunch at the Brasserie Saint Quentin, which was owned by that great food writer, Quentin Crew. But one of the classics there was a salad of endive, pears, blue cheese, and walnuts. Delicious, it works. And that's why it's still on all those menus today. It's lasted the test of time. So I take that inspiration, and how can I make a vegetarian dish but as a main course, not as a salad? Endive, pears, blue cheese, and walnuts. How can you make it have that sense of occasion? How can you make it substantial? Let me show you. So let's take the endive whole. A little lemon. Onto the endive so it doesn't oxidize. Into the pouch. There, take a little bit of sugar. To create that balance. Because endive are naturally bitter, so that little bit of sugar just gives you that balance. It's bittersweet. Tiny bit of salt, and just a tiny little bit of lemon juice. Now, the pears. Let's peel them. And when you peel, think about what you're doing. Just follow the contour and then follow the line. So you retain the shape. There we are. I'm using a conference pear. It's slightly underripe, which I want, because I'm going to poach it. I much prefer to poach them in the bag in their natural juices. So there's our pears. And once again, just rub them with the lemon so they stay beautifully white. The last thing you want is a pear going brown on you. Some people peel them and throw them into water. I never do that. Just leave them there. So now, into the bag, tiny bit of lemon juice, and sugar. Remember, it's a main course, and so sugar becomes our salt. We're seasoning the pears with sugar. Why? To exaggerate the flavour of the pear, to give that sweetness, but without making it too sweet. Now the pears. So there we have it, the endive and the pears, sous vide, a little sugar, little lemon juice, in the endive, a little salt. So when you think they're going to cook in their own juices, you can't get more natural. So now we poach these in the water for about 35 to 40 minutes. Perfectly cooked, just as simple as that. The pears and the endive have been cooking for 35 minutes. So there we are. As you can see, the colour's amazing, just by feeling and touching. You can see they're just cooked. But let's not forget, they will continue to cook for the next 5 to 10 minutes in their own heat. There we are. peel the endive. Again, retention of colour. There we are. Let's open the back. So there we have it. So what we do now is we just loosen it. And peel the leaves back. Just slowly peel them back. Because they're being cooked the way they've been cooked, the intensity of the scent is extraordinary. So now what we do, we take a little blue cheese. There we are. Reconstruct the endives. If you think about what's happening when you eat it, the acidity of the blue cheese, the bitterness of the endive, and then the sweetness of the pear. That wonderful explosion of flavours. Just fold it back, roll it. There's something rather beautiful about reconstructing. The more you work with vegetables, the more you start to understand them. There we are. It's just one of those classic combinations which the French discovered a century ago. Just roll it back over. It's worth investing the time. And I must bore you senseless when I say this, but Mother Nature is, without question, the true artist. There we are. As you can start to see, now I'm completing it. I'm taking the endive down to the base. So I get a little bit of cheese with every single mouthful of endive. There we are. And there we have our stuffed endive. Just taking out those leaves. There we are. Dip your fingers in olive oil and just reshape her. And there we have it. The pears. The next stage and the final stage, we have our stuffed endives and we have our poached pears. Again, just that little bit of sugar, which we treat as seasoning. Because if you think about pastry in a kitchen, sugar's your salt, it's your seasoning. So the next stage, there we are. So today I'm using olive oil, but some days I may use clarified butter. One of the secrets when it comes to cooking is stripping yourself of the blinkers. So, season with a little salt. A tiny bit of mignonette of white pepper, but that's optional. I'm a big fan of white pepper. The next step and the final step is just to roast very gently our endives and our pears. Bring the heat in slowly. What we don't want to do is scorch them. And what we want to do is just give them a tiny bit of colour, and cook them gently. There we are. Just slowly bring the colour in. And again, by roasting, we remove a percentage of the water content within the endive and the pear. And once again, what does that do? It intensifies the flavour. Just be gentle. One of the greatest qualities a cook should possess is patience. Patience, focus, understanding the job in hand. And that's what makes a good cook. So now we'll pop these in the oven and let the oven do the work. So there we have it. Very simple, baked endives with pears. And then one last thing to do. Take some walnuts, beautifully ready walnuts, and just shred them. There's nothing worse than a large nut in your mouth. When I tend to cook vegetarian lunches, which is quite often, the vegetables becomes the centerpiece. It becomes the roast chicken. It becomes the roast leg of lamb. It's got to have that presence. And so I always serve food at the table, never on the plate and then deliver it. And since the inspiration comes from a salad, let's do a little bit of fresh herb, which just washes the palate at the end. When you think the sweetness of the pear, the spice of the white pepper, the acidity of the Stilton, and then that bittersweet flavour of the endive washed down with a bit of parsley, and the explosion of delicious